Perfect, perfect, perfect,
On everybody, what's going on, man? Check this out. I plan to look at the WWE Hall of Fame and look at it and say who should it be in it and who should not be in it. I've done a video one time before about it, and I think I'm gonna do it again. I know it's not much light. I'm not cutting no light on. You still should be able to see my face. Now, some of these guys I might know, some of these guys I might not know. Abdullah Busher, yeah, yeah, he should have been in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Abdullah the Busher was a attraction. He was an attraction. He made a lot of money. I don't know if he ever saved it, but he made a lot of money in the business. And yes, he should have been in the Hall of Fame. Medusa. I'm not saying Alonzo Blaze. Medusa, of course. This one right here, one time the best female wrestler in the world. In to probably to 90s. So yeah, she should have be. She should have be. And remember, she the reason that started the Monday Night Wars when she had the WWE title. She went to WCW and she tossed it in the trash can. She's the one really started the Monday Night Wars. Andre Giant, enough said, the biggest attraction ever in the history there ever will be in wrestling. So yeah, I know Oscar. I don't know too much about him. Tony Inoki, of course. Some of y'all don't know. This man created New Japan. This man right here was a New Japan legend. He was a New Japan legend, and he was a real badass. When I mean real badass, yeah, he'll knock your ass out for real. I'm not gonna talk about this celebrity bullshit, all right? Honor Skolin, I heard he was great. I don't know too much about him, so I really cannot say much about Honor Skolin. I just hear a lot of old timers talk about him. Don't know him. Bearcat Wright. I did a video some time back about Bearcat Wright. His nephew, I think his nephew or his grandchild had hit me up and thanked me for doing something on his, I think his grandfather or his uncle, one of the two. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this right here. WWE would say Ron Simmons was the first African American heavyweight champion. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Bobo Brazil was one time the NWA champion, but they don't really acknowledge that because it wasn't approved by the NWA when he won the belt. Bearcat Wright is the first African American heavyweight champion at a major company. He was the first. Look at my video. If I remember, I'm gonna have it flash across the screen. Look under Bearcat Wright. He really the first African American to have a heavyweight championship belt. Okay. Belle Phoenix shouldn't even be in there. What the fuck she did? Okay? She shouldn't not even be in there. She didn't wrestle long enough. What, 5 or 6 years at the most? And they put her, she just in there because of Edge. Big Boss Man? Yeah. I think he's borderline. Jim Cornette praised him. I think he's borderline, but yeah, you could say. John Studd, he was another attraction. He went around the territories. He was another attraction. But if you look at the stories, he was scared of Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant used to really whip his ass. Bill Watts, one of the greatest promoters, Mid-South and UWS. I don't know too much about Bill Watts' wrestling career. I just know he was one of the great promoters. Come on. Superstar Billy Graham, you're damn right he should have been in the Hall of Fame. Everybody knows superstar. There's a lot of wrestlers imitate superstar Billy Graham. Hulk Hogan, Jesse Montero, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. All of them imitate this guy. Yes, his Vince McMahon's father did the worst thing ever. If you listen to a lot of old timer, when superstar Billy Graham was a heel and he had the WWE title, the fans was cheering him. They said the only thing he really had to do is flip superstar Billy Graham to face, a good guy, and he would have draw that company big money. And they put the belt on Bob Backlund. They say it was down because people were tired for holiday duty, whatnot. Bob Armstrong, yes. Bob Armstrong was one of the great wrestlers back in the territory days and stuff. Bob Backlund, you can say, yeah, because he carried the belt, the WWF belt, for 4 years. But a lot of people say that he shouldn't even have the title. You listen to Superstar Billy Graham, you listen to I can't think of his name. It'll show up. Bruno. A lot of people say that Bob Backlund was born in the ring. He should have never been champion. But Vince McMahon Sr. had won somebody to have the belt who he can control. As soon as Vince McMahon take over that company, he took the belt off from him. Bob Boy Jr., yes. Yes. I'm not going to talk about this. Bobby Heenan, probably the greatest manager ever. Bobo Brazil, yeah. Bobo Brazil draw money. He's the first NWA heavyweight champion. First NWA black heavyweight champion. Remember, Bobcat Rap is the first African American heavyweight champion. Bobo Brazil is the first NWA black heavyweight champion. Booker T, of course, man. Booker T, yeah. Booker T, 5-time WCW champ, 1-time, world champion, which I consider that belt was dead in a way and whatnot. He never carried the WWE title. Don't know who that is. Bret Hart, best they is, best they come, best they will be. Damn right. Bruno Sammartino, probably the greatest world champion they ever had. I mean, he basically was a heavyweight champion a total of 12 years. And I would say Bruno say that Howdy Doody shouldn't even be champion. One time him and Superstar Billy Graham were thinking about stabbing in the back and get that world championship back. Buddy Rogers, the original Nature Boy. Yes. Captain Lou, yeah. I mean, one time they said Captain Lou was pretty good at wrestling. One of the great managers. Carlos Colon, I wouldn't even put that murderous bastard in there. He the man that really, he didn't murder, I can't think of the guy's name now. You know what I'm talking about. Bruiser Brody. He didn't murder Bruiser Brody, but he's the one that basically put the hit or whatever. It's Bruiser Brody. Chief Jay Stambro, I just realized he's not really an Indian. Jim Cornette say he was not really an Indian. He's Italian and stuff, and he was a stooge. Corey Cops, yeah. She was attraction. Back then women was attractions back there. She was one. I hate to say Diamonds Dallas Page, nah, he's not Hall of Fame worthy. He's not. He just not. Yes, Don Baracco, this racist bastard right here. I'm not gonna say nothing about him or not. Dr. J. Graham, I heard his name a couple times. I don't know. Dusty Rhodes, come on. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. This motherfucker was to put butts in seats. You damn right. Don't know Eddie Graham. Eddie Graham. I don't know too much about his wrestling ability, but I know he one of the great, great promoters when they had Florida Championship Wrestling back in the territory days. He killed himself, sadly to say, but fuck yeah, he as a promoter, yeah. Eddie Guerrero, man, sorry you died, man. Eddie Guerrero, yes, 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 yes. Edge, yes, yes. I don't know who this is. Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd was one of the first black bookers. That means he hired talent. He booked the matches, give the outcomes. Yeah, Fabulous Moolah. Yeah, you got to give it to her. Even though she was a lot of women say she was dirty. She was a dirty. She was an asshole. But she was an attraction. Don't know who that is. Fetty, hey, classic Fetty Grassi. They say back in the Midwest, he was a great wrestler. A lot of people just know him back when he got old. He was a manager, but they say classic Fetty Grassi was a Blassie was a great wrestler. Mean Gene, you saw my video, I did earlier. He just passed away. One of the greatest interviewers. Hey, this dude here I heard they said he was a badass. Haggis Smith, whatever his name, was a badass. George Adams Steele, he drew money. He was an attraction. He drew money. Y'all just remember the cartoon area of the WWE, but they say, man, one time George Steele in territory days, he was a monster. He was a beast. He drew a lot of money. But when he came to the WWE, they just made him like a cartoon character. Jerry Briscoe, come on. Him and his brother, you damn right they're Hall of Famers. He's a former NWA champion. Goldberg was a phenom. He didn't last long, but he was a phenom for WCW. So you could say, yeah. I mean, WCW best Goldberg up. Tell the truth, I think Goldberg's borderline. I think he's borderline. He didn't wrestle long enough. What, 4 years? If that, he did some things in New Japan, but Golden Solely, there's a fusement. It's kind of fused to say Golden Solely or Jim Ross is the greatest announcer ever in wrestling. Some people say Golden Solely, some people say Jim Ross. So yes, Gorgeous George. I don't remember this cat. I probably wasn't born, but they said the Gorgeous George drew tons of money. So Gorilla Monsoon. I don't know too much about Gorilla Monsoon, but he was attraction back then. Greg Valentine, yes, he held numerous titles. Yes, he's a Hall of Famer. Jim Duggan, I listened to Jim Ross and some of the older cats. When he come to the WWF, Vince McMahon made him a cartoon character. That, oh, the 2x4, you're a tough guy, When he was in Mid-South, they said that cat was a beast. He wasn't great in the ring, but he was a beast. He drew a lot of money in Mid-South. He was a beast. Harley Race, come on, man. Harley Race, probably one of the greatest NWA traveling champions there ever was. Next to Ric Flair, probably. And he was a badass. When I say badass, I mean he'll kick your behind. Hackstack Cohon, yeah, he was a attraction. People just get him that's to make tons of money. I don't know about this Rock grandfather. I don't know about Pierre Marville, I don't know much about him, so I can't tell you. Hillbilly Jim, Hillbilly Jim ain't drawing no money. He was a cartoon character. He was garbage, you know. I don't see why he's in the house. He in there, so he was garbage. Don't know about this cat. Don't know. Probably the greatest ring announcer of all time. Of course, Howard Finkel. Hulk Hogan, hey, Hulkamania, yes, should have been there. Ivan Pusley, I don't know too much about Ivan Pusley, boy. I don't know too much. Jim Cornette said he was garbage. He was bad in the ring. He just was built like a tank. He couldn't had no mic skills. He was mediocre in the ring, so I don't know. Ivory, yeah, because let me tell you something. You remember back in the some of y'all young kids don't know, but back in the days, and I want to look at the time when I'm doing this. It's 15 minutes. Back in the days when they had gorgeous ladies wrestling, it was a fake. It was a show by fake wrestler. She was Tina something. She the only one, when that show get off the air, she the only one transfer wrestling. And what she did, the transfer, it was wonderful to be pretty good, pretty good in the ring. So yes, and to be Ivory, to be almost 60, oh my gosh, she's still sexy as hell. And I love when they get these older women to come and new wrestlers because they show these little girls, these women wrestlers today, the difference between the Attitude Era and how it is now. They lay the hit scene. Jack Briscoe, probably one of the greatest NWA champions there ever was. And he would stretch you. Him and his brother Jerry would stretch you in the ring if they want to. I mean, they'll tie you up in knots and nothing you could do about it. Jacqueline, you damn right. Jacqueline is a Hall of Famer. She would whip your ass if she wanna. She probably gonna still whip some men's ass right now. And I always was in love with that woman right there, boy. I mean, you don't know, boy. If I could do with some Jacqueline, them big lips and them big old breasts. Jake the Snake Roberts, oh yeah. Jake the Snake Roberts. It's a shame that WWE don't have him down at the Performance Center teaching these guys how to do promos. James Dooley don't know about this right here. I'm going on 17 minutes right now, so I'm gonna go off with this right here. I'm gonna come back with another part of it. I don't even know who this fucking dude is really. And yeah, peace.